I always try and recite some poetry.
Boris Johnson and Joe Biden rolling up their sleeves at vaccine programmes vital to ending the pandemic. But across the EU, the slow pace of inoculation is raising concern.
It's
the limited number of doses that don't allow us to go faster.
So far, Israel has covered the largest proportion of its people at 44 cumulative doses per 100, followed by the UAE and a newly Brexited Britain. By contrast, just 12 EU nations have vaccinated more than 2 people per 100.
I'm a bit angry when I see the lack of preparation from the government. I remember our president saying we were at war, that we would do everything necessary, whatever it cost.
Vous le voyez, l'Europe est là aussi au rendez-vous.
The EU has ordered almost 2.3 billion doses from 6 suppliers, including France's Sanofi. But just 2 made by Pfizer and Moderna have been approved.
There will be no parallel negotiations, no parallel contracts. So the framework we are all working in is a framework of 27.
And while the EU promised to act in unison, powerful nations like Germany have struck their own deals with drug makers amid concerns over supply, exacerbated by a recent change in manufacturing at Pfizer.
Part of the problem is supply, but part is also distribution. While the EU did centralise its procurement of vaccines, leveraging upon its sizable negotiating power on price, it left the rollout of those vaccination programmes to individual members. And many of those countries were either unwilling or unable to put on the mass vaccination schemes you see here in London, run in many cases with the army and the help of private pharmacies and supermarket chains.
Each country can set its own rules on who gets their injection first and when, and not all have the staff or logistical ability to get the vaccines to where they're needed. In France, where coverage has been particularly low, national bureaucracy is a massive barrier, says this mayor.
We just need far more transparency and direct pragmatic cooperation between the member state, the national authority, and the local authorities. We don't need additional extra layers of administration. That's not necessary in that particular emergency situation.
With new, more virulent strains claiming more lives on the continent, this is the EU's best shot at beating COVID-19. But to do that, 27 countries need to get it right. Nina Dos Santos, CNN, London.